What's going on? Move the Mouse here, back in City Skylines, the town of Winterfell, episode number 3. Technically episode 2.5, I had to split the last one up. But let's pick up right where we left off in episode 2. When we can drop in a police station, I think that would be a good idea. Unfortunately, that building just leveled. It's going to get knocked out. See what it looks like before we destroy it, I guess. I don't know, it doesn't really fit the motif, so I think that's going to be a police station any minute now. I shouldn't say any minute. Money is pretty slow. Okay, we don't have enough workers up here. Not that it matters yet, but can we do schools out? That should only apply to university level, I believe, but let's see if that makes a difference for people heading on to work in the industry area. Running into power problems. We are at 100%. Let's go up to 110. Gonna slow our money a little bit, but it is going to solve our power problem. We need to increase budget for water as well. Let's go up to 80 on that. There we go, 2,400. So what do we got now? More areas. Bus, tram, and taxi. Recycling. Highways. So a lot of stuff that's going to cost us a ton of money, including upgrading the pipes to heating pipes. And come to think of it, if I'd been more careful in my grid work, that would have been a much cheaper project. So I'm regretting my sloppy grid work on the pipes right now. We will want to add in a cemetery for sure. And then we can look at some of those other buildings that we unlocked as a part of, what is it, props, leisure? So you have the snow specific ones here. There's winter parks and plazas, ski lodge, a skating rink, fire pit. Let's see what this looks like in the town square. Oh, just a little off. That's too bad. That would have been kind of cool. So that could be centered right there. That might be all right. So I feel like coming into the city, let's do this in this view. This is kind of the main drag coming into the old town. So if we did this right there, I think that would make sense. And then we could connect up some other paths and things like that. We could officially make it a park with a little side gate right here. Makes everybody happy. Costs a bit of money, but it works. And then we can go into the paths, and I'm just going to do regular paths here. Connect that straight across. Maybe we'll connect these up. Something like that. And if we go into landscaping and go into trees, let's see what we have here. I wonder what these look like with snow on them. Let's see what the redwood looks like. That's pretty cool. I think that looks pretty cool. Let's take a look at it on foot. With our town mascot, this is, you'll remember from the last episode, this is Bullwinkle Stark, town mascot of Winterfell. He is a dire moose. The regular moose is much smaller, as you can see. Actually, I think that's a reindeer, but let's pretend that's the moose, because that's the dire moose. Anyways, Bullwinkle Stark, checking out the park. I like it. I think it's nice. Do we want to fence people off? I wonder if that's even necessary. Because they're just going to walk into this part, right? It's not really going to matter. I don't think we need it. I think it's okay. Just let people enjoy it. And if they're so lazy they don't want to walk around the block and they want to come in through the gate, they can give us $10. But if not, you can just walk in one of the other sides. Totally fine. Up to you. but we will take your money. Let's see where we're at. What is our next milestone? Next milestone is at 4,400. Let's see. We've got problems. We've got lots of problems. Maybe let's pause real quick. I will check our economy. 18,000 for that next loan. Economy for power. Let's knock that down to 100. Let's throw another plant in, because we need it. Let that play for a quick second and then see where our demand is at. Did I ever drop in a snow dump? Did I? Nope, so we haven't been plowing this whole time. Let's do that. Get some snow plows going. Get those roads up, boys. Look at that. Clears them right up. Sorry, I forgot about that. Pretty important stuff when you're in a Snowfall map, to deal with the snow. So we've got a ton of problems happening with garbage collection. So let's look at our processing capabilities, because that's apparently the next thing that we're going to want to take a look at. Way in the red. Let's get at least one more recycling plant, if not two. Let's see here. Yeah, we're still in the red for processing, so not enough money. Man. Well, that'll deal with some of our problems in the short term. Let's zone off some more residential. More people means more taxes, means more money for Winterfell. Get a little bit more commercial right there before we switch back over to residential. May as well get some of that commercial demand taken care of too, all along this strip. We'll get a couple more neighborhoods tucked away back here before we start filling that out with trees. We've got some businesses getting abandoned, unfortunately, as our residential demands meet. The population will grow, and we should have more people willing to come up here to work. I can't help but wonder if they're just too far away, though. So before we worry, like, garbage is kind of sorting itself out. It's just slow. So let's do a bus route first. Man, going green is expensive. You can see the pollution kind of happening here. We'll do regular buses for now, but I'm gonna need 30,000 in the bank before I can actually drop that in. I think that's gonna help here. Let's do this. So this is all gravel road coming through here. I think we can upgrade the main road, maybe the coastal road too, to support a little bit more traffic. So let's do that all the way down here. The same thing for this one coming back up, and we'll probably upgrade the coastal road itself too, but we'll keep all the side streets, at least most of them, gravel roads. Let's upgrade the roads around the square. We've got our first farms. Look at that. Fruit for all. Not operating, operating normally. I don't know if you saw that. It was not operating, then it was operating normally. It's jumping back and forth. So mostly uneducated workers. Got some little farms starting to crop up. They don't look that productive, considering that's supposed to be a fruit farm. It trees look pretty barren, and they'll continue to be because it's ice cold out. So tons of industrial demand right now. Let's see if we can get some more farms going. They basically moved into that patch that we allowed finally. Once that starts filling out... Oh, hey, there we go. Look at that. Okay, so once that starts filling out, we can now start to worry about service coverage over here. We don't want these buildings burning down. But it's a tough balance. So let's shoot for fire and police. I feel like there was another spot I wanted to put a station in down here. Right? Last time I was here, I had not enough money. I gotta try and remember to get police coverage down there. That's gonna be problematic. The other thing that we need to do is death care coverage. So, not enough money for that either. Budget on electric is 100%. Money is tight. Snowfall builds are challenging. It's kind of like forcing yourself into the Green Cities DLC and using all of that content. It's not the most friendly on your wallet, and we haven't even really begun to dug in, but we need to do things like the snow dump. We're going to need to do things like offering heating, and that's going to require upgrading all our pipes. So it is not cheap. We're just going to kind of time lapse for a minute here. Hope the city doesn't entirely break down on itself, and then drop some more power in before we worry about all the other things that we don't have enough of. So we'll be right back as soon as we have enough money to drop in another power plant. All right, so we've got enough money, just enough money to waste it all on power plant here. Let's see what that does to our electric production so that we can back that down a bit budget-wise. Not that we're going to be able to do too much. I can certainly get it down off the 115. Let's see what 100 gets us. Barely into the green, honestly. What do we have for power options? Solar updraft tower is really expensive, but it has a ton of output. So it's what? 240 output compared to the soil. To the 40. So 6 times as much for 5 times the price. A little less than 5 times. So whoa, okay, yeah, that's right. We did not connect that yet. So that's probably going to throw our power off even that much more. And is that watered? I believe that it is. I thought that we hooked up water. Yeah, we covered Yellow Snow Farms in water. We've got some local housing up here that will hopefully help this terrible situation we've got going on up here. We're very close to being able to turn this into a cloverleaf, but of course that's going to cost us some money. But we'll be able to at least divert truck traffic up that way. Get it connected to the other half of our city. Money-wise, we do have enough for cemetery, which I think we'll throw right there. That should cover everybody pretty well. So we'll have to see. We do have schools out on. We're not as concerned about any kind of high-tech office jobs on this map. Maybe we'll have a few, but we're not going to be concerned ourselves with university right away. Lots of other stuff in the infrastructure that we could be working on. Where are we at money-wise? Still not enough. Every time I go back to remember. We still need to drop a police station in down here. It'd be good to get that coverage. But nobody's complaining about crime just yet. As soon as I open my mouth, though. Be a massive looting spree. 3,755 population. On our way to 4,400. Which will get us highways. That's the big thing there, as well as the larger covering hospital and police headquarters, but I'm not as worried about those. I think it's going to be nice to stick with the smaller buildings on a map like this. You know, we'll have the occasional commercial building. It's a little big. Maybe we'll even scrap these and see if we can get smaller restaurants and things to move in. But it's not too terribly out of place. I think it works. These are complaining about workers. They're not moving out just yet, so hopefully there's enough people populating this. Let's continue to move some residents in up this way, since that is by far our biggest demand. We'll kind of have them populate this outer belt here. Let's fill that in. Yeah, massive amount of residential demand. That's filling up so quick. Okay, I spoke too soon. Now we get to see some of the industrial farms getting abandoned. Fortunately, we're not as connected as I would like to be up there, but we'll get there. It's going to be a slow grind at first. We do have enough for another recycling plant. Let's do that to get us at least into the green for processing, right? No? Man, we're making a lot of garbage this little time. Oh, that doesn't help. Policies? Totally forgot to turn this one on. Recycling. Recreational use, because why not? And recycle plastic. Does have a little bit of a cost per recycling center, but they work extra 20% efficiency. And with people recycling more, it is going to reduce our tax income, but it does reduce garbage accumulation as well. So now if we go back and check on garbage processing, we are in the green now with those 3 plants. That made a little bit of a difference, but we will have to come up with some more. Power-wise, we're at 100% and already running out. It's crazy. These coal plants are not super efficient, unfortunately. So that'll again be our next upgrade as soon as we can get there. Let's crank up the budget to 115 again. Hopefully that will make these problems go away. Our residential zone is filling up there, but why are they complaining about water? It's an availability issue. And we just went up to 100% on that. So let's pause real quick. And let's get an extra 1 each of sewage and water intake. We'll do that for now. We'll fix our piping later. Let's hit play. See where we're at. So water's good. We could probably back that water capacity down now. We'll go to 80. We're at 115 right now for power. So that is definitely the thing that we need to worry about next. Wish there was a 6 times speed, because I can't do much right now but wait. Get rid of some of these farms in the meantime. Make some of the residents happy. That way they'll forget about their plight that they're about to be in because their business is about to go under. Oh, pigs. Hi, pigs. We'll make a piggy train for you very soon. No pigs were harmed in the making of the piggy train. Don't worry. So, let's see. Could we have better recycling coverage if... Look at this. Look at all these trucks waiting to get out of there. They're all waiting to get over here, to come around there, to come around there. So do we connect them a little bit differently? So I kind of want this to be its own little end of the neighborhood. We'll fill this in with trees a bit. Maybe we'll have a road that kind of comes up this way. Kind of like that. So let's do that. Let's extend this commercial area out a bit. Okay, we've got enough for power now. So let's drop this in. Let's get our budget back down. Make a little bit of money back. Hopefully we can go to 90% here. Huh. Or not. I'd love to drop in that police station. It just does not work out money-wise every time I come in here. We could borrow some money real quick. So let's do that. Let's see what that gets us for money. It's enough to do the police station at least. Ooh, and we hit a milestone at the exact same time. So we've got... But yeah, it's all highway that I'm worried about right now. We did unlock the oil power plant, which has a little bit better return. We unlocked some new snow buildings. And the larger hospital, fire, and police stations. Community pool. I wonder how that would do in the Snowfall map. Pretty sure it's an outdoor pool. So we have enough money. Let's just get a little bit more money. So we'll pay this now and we'll take a new one out. So we're at 75,000. Let's pause. Budget on water, I think, is running low, right? That's what the problem is there. Water's just barely in the green. Power, again, just barely in the green. So let's see. I think if we do a 6th coal plant, that should be enough. I feel like that should be enough to get us to 7,000, which is when we unlock. Yeah, the solar updraft tower. Now, it may not be the case though, because right now everybody's using electricity for heating, which you definitely need heating when it is negative 10.3 degrees Fahrenheit out. So, I mean, that is really cold. For those of you in, well, probably not the United States. Where is that? Temperature units. That is negative 23.5 Celsius. So yeah, it's cold out. And basically, everybody's using electricity to heat their buildings right now. Eventually, we want to switch them over to heated water pipes, which takes the strain off of the electricity, but then you have to have separate buildings to heat the water. So it's always a management issue one way or another. Water budget, let's just knock the water budget up to 100. Let it play for a second. We've got money in the bank. Do we do a 4th recycling plant right here on the same street? I feel like it's not. I feel like this is the problem right now, right? This is a serious issue. Is the traffic flow through here? So what if we came off of here with a one-way road. Will it let us? It won't let us get back there. No. Without cutting off the building, right? Yeah. We could try that. I don't know if that's going to work. Let's see if these trucks... Yeah. Okay. So some cars are starting to funnel off there. The problem we might run into is they might think, yeah, that the turning left is the faster way to the highway. So it will divert some traffic. I'm also hoping some recycling trucks will come under the highway and turn right and go into the city that way. So far, I just see regular trucks using it as a means to get out to the highway faster. So we could do that. Because if you're not coming back into the city, then that should be the faster route. Get you direct out to the highway. So that'll divert a little bit of traffic off of these streets, hopefully. You know, a little easier to get out of here. Again, this was never designed to be an industrial area. This was just to meet some of the need until we had a way to meet the farming demands, to zone farming and take advantage of Yellow Snow Farms territory up here. Water-wise, why are we... Did we not... I hope we didn't water this block, and I hope it's not an availability issue already. Good. Feel better about that. Feel better that I forgot than the fact that we're already out of water. Yeah, we're good on water for a bit. Whoa, hey. Snowfall is apparently not going to be any different for me. Considerable amount of fires already. No way. Come on. All right, well, this is a great sign that it's time to stop. When things start bursting into flames, we might want to take pause and check on our fire availability routes, things like that. So in the next episode, we will get to 7,000 population. We'll unlock some high density that we will not use. What else? Metro, which we will not use. Office zones, which we'll try not to use too much of. Saunas, things like that. But the big one's the solar updraft tower. So we'll, in the next episode, start to convert over our power. We'll start to move this industry out of here as well. And now that we have highways unlocked, we'll get a cloverleaf going and get a better highway system in place. That this isn't the single point of entry for everything. Right now, that's kind of hurting things a bit. But on the next episode, we'll talk about a bunch of stuff. If you did enjoy this video, likes, comments, shares, all help the channel a lot and are greatly appreciated. If you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell to get notifications, try and stay warm. And until the next one, this is Move the Mouse, signing off.